It's all completely. They did
Hey,
something to
last
my
week you
IP.
had 6 earthquakes over there in North Carolina.
Wow.
What? I don't even know that.
6. I meant. I thought I said it. I'll send you that.
You sent me. You sent it to. Know that energy coming from here. It's already here. I just had to invoke it, and that's the same thing where each and every one of you are. You are invoking that energy to come forward, and these people are. They can't take that vibration. They can't take that power.
Mm-hmm.
So
I went
when
to the store and my fire, I came back, it was still roasting them. I said, I know that's right.
yeah, they can't stop it now. They ain't got enough planes and fire trucks and EMS horns to stop it. It's not possible. I'm just ready for a change, a real change to happen. I'm just tired of dealing with the rigmarole that has to be flushed out. I ain't never sat still this long, boy. I'm ready to get moving. But in order to see everything moving, I gotta sit still. I wouldn't have never been able to see all the pieces to the puzzle moving around. Like I'm saying, like, so what I was saying all of that to say this about this unlawful eviction. Now I've been the victim of several, at least three unlawful evictions here. Like literally, blatantly. Like just ain't no judge sign off on nothing.
Personal.
Yeah, it's political. So when I had the money to buy this house, I said, okay, we're gonna see. I'm gonna see what they try. But the ancestors told me I divinated about it and I had the money. Should I pay them for the being on the land? I bought the unit, I bought the manufactured home. They talking about some lot rent. Ancestors said no. They said no. Every time I asked, they said no. It's like they forced me to walk in my power. Like if you about
Mm-hmm.
this life, you say you about this life. Now make it happen. It's only by the stroke of your pen.
Mm-hmm.
Allowed me to get chased down and hunted down. They allowed all that stuff to happen just so I can get to this point that I'm at right now. Mad enough, fearless enough to start telling them what to do. Which you had the power all along. But I didn't know. I'm not gonna do it until I'm urged. It's like you being thrown into the water. You being thrown into the pool.
Yep.
You gotta
You
learn
know
how to
your place.
swim. You gotta learn how to swim. I wasn't raised up under rulership. It's in my it's in my DNA. I've always been, able to lead and rule and have my own business and stuff like that. But this is a whole new game. I'm on some real big girl stuff. I'm like, wow, who knew? So I had to order them. I had to order the sheriff, give him his precept, let him know what his job is. Your job is to serve and protect Empress Ninti El Bey, and you are the sheriff of Mecklenburg, the de jour with an E. That Mecklenburg with a U is fraud, the corporate. You have to work for the Royal High Courts. You don't work for that court no more. You work for this whole Royal High Court. And your number one job is to secure the interests of the Empress Ninti and secure her from any unlawful attacks against her and anybody trying to depose her of her property. He was on it. The guy who, this was late August, early September, the guy who was working at the office, working with some rogue Charlotte Mecklenburg detectives. This is what I'm saying. They all linked up. They got a wide network. If they want you, they gonna get to you. You see what I'm saying? They gonna find somebody to get to you. And that's what they always been doing to me. Finding a way to try. Now you gonna try it. You ain't even got no lawful. They wasn't even the plaintiff. These people that allegedly own this, claiming to own this land, which I done moved them out the way. We moved them out the way already. The ones who was claiming to own the land wasn't demanding no lot rent from me no more. So all of a sudden now, this bootleg maintenance manager, property maintenance manager, starts sending me notices. This ain't even the guy who I deal with. This not even the guy who deal with the sale and the rents of these properties. That's what tipped me off, because I know how it go. I said, okay, now I'm going into divination. I gotta move him out the way. So I put him in the fire. 2 weeks went past. I ain't see him or hear from him no more. Then he shows back up. I said, okay, they done repented for him. Or the ancestors just, sparing his life. You know not what you do. So I'm at it again. He sends me another notice. Then some idiot from a fake law firm puts a notice on my door telling me I have till October something. I sent that in and I told them, your job, your number one priority is me. I'm not getting put out of nowhere off my own land, and I don't owe nobody on my own land. They owe me a sovereign soil tax that's delinquent at that. Find each and every one of them, rogue, police, intelligence agents, detectives, Charlotte Mecklenburg, all these governmental entities that's trying to make a move on my property and deport them. That next few days, I ain't see no maintenance guy riding around. About a week later, it was a new guy. I saw him across the street. This guy, Juan, that had been sending me threatening notices about what I owed, he was gone. Deported out of there. So now I'm comfortable with the general coming here. I'm comfortable with giving the orders and forming the Royal Guards, the Empress Army, because I know where my seat of power is. I'm walking in it now. I'm actually doing it and seeing it, every day. Even with these police, rogue police. It's not supposed to be no police on the street. All corporate police precincts have been shut down. City of Charlotte, mayor's office, county manager, city manager's offices have been shut down and told not to come back to work. So a lot of my attacks spiritually, they riding up and down the street, was coming from the city of Charlotte. They all just fighting me. So when I noticed during the time that I told them not to come back to work, all the cars stopped riding down my street. I was like, oh, okay. I should have been did that. But lo and behold, some more came from another entity. Now we dealing with other states coming all the way here. Right now it's Illinois, Ohio, what's the other one? Texas, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Maryland. No, they real upset. So, it's a process, and it's letting me know that these people was in here deep and they was all in government running everything, suppressing us. And that's their oath that they took to do so. Gatekeeper. They wrote me a gatekeeper order, and I didn't think nothing of it at the time. They said you can't sue no more. You can't sue the city no more. We putting a gatekeeper order on you. I laughed at him. I said, a gatekeeper order? You seriously, literally just said that and wrote it down? I have it somewhere in my files. Gatekeeper order. That means I can't file. I couldn't file no more cases against the county and the city, because I go all the way down the line. North Carolina, the city of the city of Charlotte, Mecklenburg County, register of deed, all of them. So come to find out, recently, the gatekeepers are none other than the Daughters of the Nile. They keep the court and different governmental things going on, even at the Pentagon. You ain't getting past it. You ain't getting past the sisters, Daughters of the Nile of the Vatican, Asiatics, sisters. That's what that's if my cousin put a order out and told them to keep it, hold that gate, you ain't getting through that gate. That's how they was doing me. That's why I was being blocked everywhere I turned, because they put a gatekeeper order out to all the governmental entities and the courts not to let me through. Crazy. But that's who it was. The Daughters of the Nile. And then you have others. Most judges are Eastern. Was set up by my ancestors on the imperial side. The ones who built the Pentagon and the Vatican. They set all of that up. But these people who took over tainted it, altered it, and used everything they set up for wickedness. So now that we know this, it's all the more better. They can't never tell us no. Because now I have the power to tell them to stand down. You don't tell me no. You take your orders from me in the Royal High Court. My cousin is no longer. And he was in the wrong in the first place. So now the wickedness is going to be washed out. You have to stump that out at the top. You're talking about draining the swamp. No, you have to start that at the top. The wickedness is all the way at the top. And the swamp gonna clear out itself once you do that. Ashe. I yield.
I put those two links in the chat.
Charlotte Observer. Wow. Wonder, do I have anything to do with that?
Where your mama coming?
Small earthquake, huh? That just
Yeah,
happened today.
yeah, 11 hours ago.
But check this out. We in a divine time.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
just had the eclipse, solar eclipse.
Yeah.
There's some strong energy coming through. Mm-mm-mm. I ain't felt nothing, but I bet you those that oppose us have.
Yeah.
Wow. You be on them earthquakes. We call you
Hey.
Chief Earthquake.
But see that right there let you know, now that's true Mother Earth. You moving the
Mm,
earth,
yes,
you
sir.
know. That weather is a system that's part of or within the earth. But
Mm-hmm.
an earthquake is Mother Earth actually opening up and gobbling up,
Mm-hmm.
consuming,
Shaking that.
con-
Hello. Say it again.
mhm, consuming. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And what do we say every day?
Mm-hmm.
Consume this wickedness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I've been having to really get my invocations done. I usually go to the window and face the sun and talk to the ancestors. That's what I've been doing lately. Putting my energy in the wind to
Mm-hmm.
correct these wicked entities from putting these fake clouds over us, poisonous clouds and sorcery over us every day with these planes. And I see them immediately start to move and dissolve. So I love it. And I know that they are taking care of business with these people that's been tampering and hindering our environment. So I don't know what exactly the earthquake does, but I'm sure it's doing something.
Mm-hmm. I've been focusing on being in the moment. All my rituals and prayers when I'm doing rituals, any one of my invocations or my prayers, I'm making sure I stay in the moment because that's where my power is
Mhm.
right now. You know, I can pray for the past, but I can't affect it. I can pray for the future, but I can't affect it. But I can affect right now.
Mhm.
So I go forth in power of the now, you know, and I let the now handle the future, you know. So that's pretty much where I'm trying, and plus also trying to make sure, you know, I let my mind and my soul and my subconscious mind know that I am not the body. I cannot be the body. You know, the body is my suitcase. That's how I traverse this plane. But me personally, I'm a spirit.
I'm sure.
Islam.
You saying something, matriarch? Matriarch, you trying to say something?
Sound like she talking to somebody.
Oh, okay.
LMK, you talked to Rainwater today?
Cool.
Talking to Burn.
No, sir. Hey, I just seen something. This nasty picture. This is going on in China. You ain't gonna believe this. They take goat poop, goat GOAT, poop, and put it in a drink and drink that. I don't get that. They said it has healing properties. They said it has healing properties. Healing. I'm gonna put it. Yeah, I'll post it to you individually because I don't want this book in the chat. I just seen this.
What country is it from?
China.
Oh, okay. I thought you said we're not going to believe this.
No, you ain't gonna believe. Do you believe
Shit
that?
they come out of China. Hell yeah.
Man, this is nasty. I'm a poor humble. This is crazy, man. Look at this shit.
Seen that bat soup video, right?
The bear suit.
That bat soup. That's how they say Wuhan started. That lady eating that whole bat.
Yeah, I know that. I've been on the eat bats. I know that.
They eat bat soup. They gonna eat goat poop.
Nasty, man.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable. I know that they're famous for putting cats and rats and all that stuff, but boo boo, come on, man.
Yeah,
There's a tribe in Africa. There's a tribe in Africa that takes camel urine and they drink it. I'm like, nope.
Your own urine. If you was a clean vessel, your own urine is supposed to kill you. You learned that in the army, didn't you?
Yeah, I know, but I ain't doing it.
Well, okay. I bet you. Listen. You get caught out in the desert. I bet you come back with your breath smelling like pee.
I know they taught us how to do that too, but I'll dig a hole and put a towel and wait for the condensation to come from the sky.
Oh, hush.
The Cherokee rain.
That sand gonna get soaked all up.
Hey, man.
Oh Lord. Bernice Earl is funny.
That's the first thing I seen when I went to my Facebook. It was that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay. Anyway, I gotta go. I got so much to do. I love y'all to death. I love y'all so much.
Love you too.
Take
to life.
Yeah, to life. There you go. To life.
I love y'all to life. Hey. Oh, that's the new sense. I love y'all to life. What's the other one you said? The Empress said it. I can't lose my train of thought. Oh, her story. Who?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm out of here. Y'all take care.
All right, okay. Peace and love, man.
Peace and love.
Empress, I'm gonna put one more thing in here in the chat, and then I'm gonna roll out too. But I'm gonna show you. You was earlier talking about the energy with the eclipse, right? Mm-hmm. Check that out, right there. That's another thing I wrote. So right now you're supposed to be able, starting on the 14th, I think it is, to be able to go outside and see the meteor showers.
Yep. They about to start landing they ships more often right in front of us.
They end on the 17th. So they saying that the peak is between the 13th and the 14th of this month.
And
see, I live in the country. It ain't a whole lot of lights out here, so it's probably gonna be epic out here.
yeah, take some pictures or some videos, Nova.
I will. I'll definitely try to.
Well, keep what I said in mind, y'all. We're getting prepared. We gotta prepare ourselves mentally before anything. So I've been dropping that seed on General Saru as well. we're gonna need all hands on deck to help manage these things that's been S cheated. And like I said, the order is going out from the top down to the sheriffs, and it's going to be in the form that all have to recognize. And that's going to be the writ of execution, which is the royal decree and order and judgment from the Royal High Court is going to be the determining factor. But they're going to have to yield to the laws in which all of them have to yield to. So whatever I write to them, they gonna spit it out in a form that all of their underlings is gonna bow down to. So there's nothing for us to fight about. It's just what the order is
Yeah.
gonna go out, and that's gonna be what it is. Ashe.
Okay. So with this project that you gave us, what are we supposed to be doing? Are we collecting with the number that you gave me? Am I supposed to be collecting their emails? What
Yeah,
am I
we
supposed?
need to. I need to have an account for all of the emails and contact information for each managing office.
Okay.
Um,
So you need the address, the number, the name of that guy, and an email.
Yes, or girl.
Okay. Oh, girl, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
So then, all right, yeah, that I'm gonna try to get that done. I think I got like 40 of them. So I'll go through and see if I can get those to you tomorrow.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that way
We need to know where each one of our offices, are.
Okay.
So we're gonna take one at a time. We'll start here in Charlotte, in Imperial City, and we'll go roll out from there once we perfect, the first one.
Okay.
But this one is a big one because it's attached to 140 some other ones, 470, I think, 76 in other states. So we definitely got to find some more that we can trust to put in these offices around America and in Canada. But we first got to get our core administration type, and from there we can branch out.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Do I think what, Nova?
No, I was one of the things that with your decrees, I was gonna ask you, I had read somewhere where like 60 cops have been ambushed and killed so far this year, right? And I'm wondering if the decrees are having any effect. I know our rituals are, but they getting all over the country. I'm talking about annihilated.
Could be some Secret Service stuff going on.
Mm.
I ain't gonna tell them. They've been given the order. They know who's a part of these. Oh, you know who that is? Remember they called in the United Nations troops, and they said they was coming in to investigate the white supremacist problem. Okay. We ain't heard nothing else about it. And the white supremacist problem is right there in the police force. Scottish Rites, Ku Klux Klan, all the same thing.
I just put it in the chat.
Very interesting.
Total of 60 United States police officers have been shot and killed in the line of duty since the beginning of the year, new data reveals. They trying to make it seem like it's because they defunded the police. They defunding the police.
Mm-hmm. Any excuse will do.
If you keep scrolling down, you see them numbers: 314 law enforcement shot in the line of duty, 119 was shot in 95 separate ambush style attacks. Ambush style attacks on law enforcement this year are up 126%. That's folks tired of that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
People tired of being handled and killed and burying their folks.
Mm-hmm. They done something dirty to somebody.
They catching these damn fraternal order of police. Fraternal orders are in our rituals.
Mm-hmm. mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the ancestors are seeing to that. They taking them out. They wicked. They probably got some wickedness to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they using fleshly beings to do their bidding.
Hey, but when you go down after you read that, right, you gonna see where they saying that they got a black face up there, right? But they got a guy asking, I would like to know how many of the cop killers were black, considering blacks are only 12.5% of the population. In other words, were the cop killers disproportionately black? Somebody said, my guaranteed bet is that they were black. They are the most violent part of our society. Check out the stats from our FBI. If only we had faith in that organization anymore. But these pilgrim feeling the heat now
Mm-hmm. And
because
they have no idea what's really going on.
they destroying themselves. A house divided against itself can't stand. Right? You can't do all that evil. Now you got
Ain't no repentance. Ain't no more repentance for them, so it's over for them.
Yeah. Tomorrow, tell your mom to come. Look, my baby done came and got me twice. Let me get off of this phone, man.
Okay. Tell her I said hi. Saudi Arabia, Dubai, and all of them in trouble right now, their monetary system. All of those countries, and even China. This big conglomerate, I put the video in Empress Course if y'all want to look further into what I'm saying. Watch that video I put in there for the, it's called, the name of the group or the two guys that put us out the crypto information and market information and economic information. It's called Crypto Banter.
Okay.
He put up a letter that this big conglomerate group in China just posted and said to their investors and to all those who have contracts and agreements with them, they're not going to be able to meet their obligations. This is one of the biggest conglomerates in China. So, and they verbally came out and said Turkey, their money, their monetary system has fallen. ain't no telling how many others is falling that they not talking about. They keeping it hush hush. Just like China controls their media, these other countries is keeping that hush hush. They don't want nobody to know they falling. That's why that Bitcoin failed, because people pulling their money out of it, people pulling their Bitcoin out of it. These big wigs, governments, and those who had a portfolio in it. Now that they can't get to their, their money fall that failed, monetary system is no longer. So now what they gonna do? They gonna go and try to get their liquidity from Bitcoin. That's the way I see it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the feds are trying to put a band-aid once again on inflation. They getting ready to, they just don't know what to do. After you watch that video, you'll see what I'm talking about. But there's nothing else they can do. Everything is over
They
exacerbated.
doing what they support, what they can do, and that is, if we can't have it, let's tear it down. They think they finna just break and tear the system down because the
Well,
decrees.
yeah, well, that's what the guy was saying. He was saying they don't want to see it fall. What the move they just made, the move the Fed just made showed that they not trying to crash the market. They
What did
want to slow it down. They're gonna raise interest rates, stop people from wanting to buy. So now it's not going to be no more buyer's market because they slowing down. They raising the interest rates on everything, so it won't be easy money flowing. People not gonna be trying to do nothing if you raising the rates.
That's going back to when Jimmy Carter was in the chair. But I think my mom was paying like 11 to 13% on the house that we bought. Yeah, I think it had went up to like 18%, but I know she was buying it like it was like 11 or 13%.
That's real
So,
expensive.
it's the same thing. I mean, the gas prices, cost of goods. I mean, corporations don't pay the tax. The people do. You notice how your portions. You go buy a honey bun, that shit look like a cookie now. It ain't
I
big no
know,
more.
right?
That's a tax. I
Ain't
mean,
that
if you
crazy?
getting charged the same thing for less of a product, less amount of the product, you just got taxed. You just don't know it.
Right. It's the same price. The price then went up actually, but the product's smaller.
Right. So I mean, that's how they get you. The corporation won't pay the tax. You know. I
Well,
mean, but
that's why we doing away with them, Nova.
mm-hmm,
That's exactly
mm-hmm,
why we doing what we doing.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But all that to say this, the real estate game has changed. Financial system has changed. Federal Reserve is not the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working my magic from the background, just waiting to get the full manifestation in my hands, which they are preparing to turn everything over. So we just have to be ready. We're gonna have to start vetting moors so we can weed out, and get some good moors on our team to help administrate so we can make a smooth transition into power. We definitely need our feet on the ground. We definitely need our feet on the ground, our security, those to enforce the orders of the Royal High Court. I'm tired of playing with these people, the different governmental officials. And I went down the line. It ain't no governor here. Ain't no lieutenant governor here. It ain't no secretary of state here. You know, but you still have the secret societies playing their roles on their behalf.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them still, that's why they monitoring everything I'm doing so they can try to sabotage. Try to sabotage something, get in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I'm doing is not having power. But it is, but they steadily fighting in the background. That's why I don't be liking them royal decrees to get out to everybody initially. They don't need to see nothing until it's done. They got people on my phone, everybody's phone in the tribe, trying to get into my email, our emails. That Proton mail is a beast. They can't get in there. But I be seeing little weird stuff happening. They can't get in there, but they try. I saw my background of my computer the other day. I had Proton Mail pulled up. It was some verbiage in the back. I could see it in the background. Like it was behind the screen. And I saw the writing. It said, the laptop has an encrypted email. I said, and I know my stay on my computer too because the screen keep coming up black. And on my phone, I don't keep my screen black. I keep my screen the light mode. They keep changing my screen. No, they on there trying to see what they can see. All they need is your IP address. Now they gonna suppress my IP address at my house on everything. I can't even use my phone really. Internet, TV, cell phone, computer, nothing. Somebody suppressing all of my stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's about to be over.
I'm sure is. It sure is, Noble. I'm just so tired of it. I'm just ready for it to be. I'm ready to get on with it, to be honest. Do what we gotta do. And get on. Not niggas, but
I know what you mean.
pale faces.
Niggers. Some niggers.
I was watching something.
Hey, we recording. We better stop, man.
Oh yeah. I could edit. I was watching something. And he's like, "Oh, that dumb Kevin Hart." Did y'all see that? That dumb Kevin Hart. He on the plane with one of these fans. He's like, "Oh man, I seen your show. That's my nigga." the pale face saying that, right? And so the bodyguard looking at him, he said, "You got one more time to say that. Take your head off." He said, "Well, I didn't say I didn't say nigger." Like, these people, they think they know our culture. That's all. They don't know our culture. That's a title of nobility. That's why these youngins can't stop saying it. It's in them. It's like that handshake is universal. When I went to Africa, I was like, dang, my daddy always shook hands like that.
Mm-hmm.
Same handshake.
In the day.
Mm-hmm. That's in your DNA.
I want to get with a couple of the brothers. It's trying to start formulating So I guess I need to initiate and quit talking. So I'm gonna start initiating because, like you say, we at the point, and I don't know pretty much how to do it, but I'm gonna start, and then we'll figure something out.
Yeah,
But
I'm
we
gonna
got
write these royal decrees and writ to execution and send the orders to y'all as well as the sheriff and the Pentagon on down. Y'all gonna be
yeah.
in the loop. So when the time comes, you know how to follow suit. Everybody gonna be on the same page. Yeah, it's time. I mean, I'm not having no doubts, no reservations. I'm in full flow and recognition of the powers I have. As you know, I had some issues with some rogue individuals thinking they was gonna put me out of my house after I done paid cash for it. Sent a couple of notices, posted them on the door, some fake attorney firm, and they even had one of the guys that worked at the office with them trying to pressure me, excuse me, sending me bills, all of this stuff for some lot rent.
Recently?
It ain't recently now. I had to shut it down.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember. I often to say, I know you was handling that.
So this has started in August to let me see. Yeah, August. Once I realized they had this guy, this Latino guy working for them, I said, okay, this is what I be telling y'all. These people are all in government, but they've been in government since they stole the land and putting their foot on our necks, sabotaging and taking our property as though it was law. The whole time they done been here. So I know how they operate. I know real estate law inside and out. And I know every time they tried to come at me, they didn't know shit. They wasn't well versed. They didn't even know how to play it off like they was in the right. That's why I was just looking at them like, I can't wait to run rings around y'all.
That's what
But
I'm finding. They're not well studied at all.
they used to doing whatever they want to do. Just like somebody said, well, what did he do for them to shoot him like that? He didn't have to do nothing. Just
Because
like
they
they
talk.
all the times they done came after me. I didn't do nothing but be me, stand on my square and shut them down every time, every chance I get. They don't like that, especially in the South. So you don't have to do nothing. You just have to be. And these rogues will be trying to do whatever they can under the auspices of law. That's why those things had to happen to me, because I needed to be able to see who is who and what is what upon the land. And I done seen the wickedest of the wicked and the dirtiest of the dirty, and they always come with a badge or a suit on.
Well, see, click what I just sent to you. You see that in the chat?
Yeah, CNN.
Yeah, that right there is what they putting together. That
Autonomous cheetah robot.
just look at that. That right there is what we getting ready to. That's what I'm talking about. You know, they got snakes, they got everything. But that sucker right there, I think he runs like 35 miles an hour, non-stop. But
Shooting how many rounds?
uh,
I
well,
said
that
running
one right,
35 miles and shooting how many rounds?
he gonna be shooting electrical pulses, laser, rubber bullet. Look at him, he's jumping over stuff now. When I first saw this about 6-7 years ago, he was real clumsy, but they got him now. He jumping over all kind of stuff now. Judging distance, all that.
Mm.
Mhm,
Well, thank you, Cheetah. You working for us.
mhm,
Look at these bugs. They be having
mhm.
all kind of fake bugs flying. Look at that butterfly. And you know what? I be wondering if them butterflies around me be real. I know them bird. Look at the bird. This bird look real. This man holding.
Got flies. They got. I
I
mean,
know it. I done seen them up close and personal. I have
mhm,
seen them.
mhm,
Big bumblebees. Those are clumsy though. You can tell they ain't real.
mhm, mhm.
Yep. When you tell the average person this stuff, they be saying you crazy. You so depressing. How you
I want.
talking about this stuff? How you know about this stuff? This is what's going on in the world.
Hey, well, you were just talking about the money funds. China came out with their own banking system, right? The AIIB, the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank,
When?
and uh,
Oh, CNN fires Cuomo, his brother, finally.
that happened either Friday or Saturday.
They said December 4th. Well, that's when they reported it.
Um, but about 3 years ago, China came out with their own system, right?
Mhm.
And not only that, they came out with their own payment system. So you remember everything had to go through the SWIFT system, right?
Yeah.
But the Asian Infrastructure Bank and Russia came up with a different system. And now the G20 countries, 17 of the G20 countries are part of the Asian Infrastructure Bank, right? Only the United States, Japan, and Mexico are not members. All right.
Because
Well,
that's us.
that's us. That's right.
Mhm.
So what China and those are doing now, there's a war going on against that USD, that US dollar. So it used to be that you had to pay for any oil in USD. But when Russia and China got together to create uh, it's called SIPs, I think. I can't remember what the payment system is, but it circumvented SWIFT, which meant now that you could pay for oil and petroleum in other currencies, which was a death blow to the dollar because dollar's always been the reserve currency, right? So now, because the dollar has been weakened with that system, you now got the currency wars and all of that stuff. But because everything's supposed to be going back to the gold standard, that's that Jacera and Nacera, everything's supposed to be on par with each other. So that's what everybody's waiting on. I'll send this to you just so you can.
Okay, Noble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I see what they doing.
Mm-hmm. So war has been going on. It's just a financial war. It's currency war.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because China thought they was gonna take over something.
They broke as everybody else. See,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, you was talking about earlier when you leveraging, you can't leverage derivatives, right? Just cause you got the machines to print money, after a while inflation and hyperinflation catches up with you. That's what was happening in Rhodesia. Well, Zimbabwe is what they call it now, right? That's what was happening there. That's why they had $100 trillion note. That inflation was all over them. So that's what's happening right now. They trying to artificially manage inflation, but that's what happens to all fiat. You print, but after a while, you can't artificially deflate the interest rates because there's a real value. And you know what that standard is, that's gold.
Mm-hmm. Yep, intrinsic
Precious
value,
metal.
and it's going up too.
Of course. So this little stuff that Joe Biden and those are trying to do, I mean, it's just fuzzy math. It's they playing games.
It's not Joe Biden. These are
Whoever
all.
it is.
These are all. But check this out though. These are all publicity stunts. Don't get up there on that couch. This dog over here. These are publicity stunts. Hold on. Say one thing, and hey, that changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's been happening this year, in the last few months. I know that for a fact, for sure, for truth. So that's what we dealing with. We got to get rid of them too. This propaganda machine that's saying something is a law, and it didn't happen. We're just pulling it out the sky, just like with this COVID mess.
Mm-hmm.
Creating whatever they want it to be, just through the media.
My sister-in-law catching hell with that shit, boy. I look at how it just go through her body when it attacks. It really looks like a demon possession. It's horrible, man. It's a horrible sight to see the involuntary. I told her that. I said, listen here. I told her that this morning. It's in you. What do you hear, the Empress? Normally when they start